Lamar spins a spinner 18 times. Half of it is red and the other half is yellow. The spinner lands on red 8 times and yellow 10 times. What is the experimental probability that the spinner will land on yellow? So, experimental, theoretical, very similar, but not quite the same. And this is asking about the experimental probability. The theoretical probability we've talked about already. So, you have a spinner, half of it is red and half is yellow. Okay, that's not a foreign concept to you, I don't think. Um, the thing that's foreign to you, I think, is the fact that the answer is not actually one half. The answer is going to be something else because the experimental probability is what happened. Sometimes I think of those memes. This is what people think I do. This is what I actually do. I think of that in my head when I think experimental and theoretical probability. Theoretical is what I think's going to happen or what it logically makes sense would happen. But the experimental probability is what actually happened. Okay? So what actually happened was that we did a total of 18 trials with it landing on red 8 times and yellow 10 times. So that is going to go in the bottom of our probability fraction, the number of trials. So 18 on the bottom. And the experimental probability that the spinner lands on yellow, well, it landed on yellow 10 times. So we're going to have 10 over 8 here. Or we simplify that, we're going to have 5 over 9. So sometimes people, that kind of explodes their brain because, well, it's got to be half. It's got to be half. Um, that's the theoretical. It's true. So that's just the theoretical true probability, but the experimental probability is what actually happened, not what you think will happen or even like what should happen theoretically. Okay? So the answer here is going to be 5/9. Um, and I hope that makes sense to you. It's all a question of is it theoretical or is it experimental? Uh, Calculating it once you figure it out is very similar.